All set for the championship game here at Little Fenway. The number 1 seeded Crusaders against the number 2 seed Boston Beef. And Boston Beef will be up first on the third base side, on the first base side, the Crusaders. This weekend, an unbelievable $502,000 raised for the Travis Roy Foundation. Unbelievable. I mean, it really is unbelievable. From Friday to Sunday at 5 o'clock, $502,000, over $500,000 for the foundation. And we thank everybody who contributed and put in their time for the Travis Roy Foundation. Little Fenway, the place, the starting pitcher for the Crusaders, Dan French. Billy Doyle for Boston Beef, as we'll get things started here in just a moment of the top half of the first inning. And a very big crowd on hand for the championship as well. So stepping in will be Pat Koziak, the DH for Boston Beef.
Pat Koziak leading things off for the Boston Beef.
First pitch of the championship game. It's off home plate, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And Fleming in on the grass at third for the Crusaders. 2 balls, no strikes. 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Pat Koziak. Sam Page is on deck. 3-1. All back, and almost a great play by the catcher, Ron Fleming. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball, great play by the second baseman, diving to his right, making the play. Anthony DeToma. 1 down. Great play by DeToma, the second baseman. Here's Sam Page stepping in. One of the DHs. Strike 1, 0-1. That floats inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this is hit in the air deep to left. Does it have enough? Yes, just over the wall and into the screen. Sam Page puts Boston Beef up 1-0 in the championship game.
Big first run, scoring the first run.
Here's Mike McGuire, the third baseman. Of course, Bose, you knew it was close. We mentioned $502,000. Travis Roy himself, as you heard, with the total here, which, quite frankly, is overwhelming. And it's really unbelievable. It really is unbelievable.
Well, the first million took
the ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
8 tournaments. The third million here is going rather quick. The second million took 2.5 tournaments.
Ground ball fouled outside of third.
That was in 2010, I believe. That was our theme was help us reach 1 million.
$500,000 in this weekend.
Oh my God! You know, the guy to your right, Adam Polgreen, when he first came up here, he said there's no reason this tournament can't reach $500,000 a year.
Well, he called a shot, and this is hit deep to center. It's gone. Straight away center field, and Mike McGuire delivers for Boston Beef, and Boston Beef off to a 2-0 lead. Back to back. Boston Beef has made a habit of going back to back in the tournament. Here's Billy Doyle, the pitcher. And right off the top of the bullpen wall, 1 out, a long single by Doyle. Here's Pete McEwen, the shortstop. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Actually, Boston Beef got down in the quarterfinal game and came back, and this is hit to center field, and the catch being made by Stephen Hamill, and there were 2 down. Boston Beef got down in the quarter and got down in the semi and came back. In the championship game, they're jumping out in front.
2 outs now.
This is Jeff Hamilton. Either first base or left field. We'll wait and see. 1-1. Runner at first and 2 down. And this is hit deep to left. Gone over everything. 2-run homer for Jeff Hamilton. 3 homers in the first inning for Boston Beef. And Boston Beef has a 4-0 lead. Andrew Sullivan is up. He's either the first baseman or the left fielder. We'll wait and see.
Well, he's in the field. How's that? The way they shift around nowadays, I don't think it matters. To us it does, maybe, but.
Pitch floated down low for ball 2. 2-0 as Boston Beef up to a 4-0 lead. Ball 3. I was going to ask you, pitch is a strike, 3-1. Sullivan, Amontio's on deck. Ball back, 3-2. You know, we talked about the next field being the new Field of Dreams, the Field of Dreams after Little Fenway, Little Wrigley.
Well, we have Little Yankee Stadium here in the entrance.
And a great play by the right fielder, robbing Sullivan of a home run, as that was a leaping catch at the fence by Brendan Cruz, and that retires the side. But 3 home runs, 4 runs for Boston Beef, and Boston Beef has a 4-0 lead as we go to the last half of the first inning. Actually, Koziak's in left field here as Toma steps in. Ground ball hit to the second baseman, and the out is made. That is Hamilton at first base.
Big first out after the 4 spot.
So they have changed the DHs and the fielders, and they might have done that through the semifinal game. There's 1 down as the Toma is out. So the second baseman making the play, the second baseman, Zach Page. And this is Evan Michaud. 0-2 the count. He follows it back, 0-2. I was going to say, we still have the old configuration at Fenway Park here, though, with the screen and so forth. And
yes, kind of
there's
like
strike 3, 2 down, and I'm kind of wondering when the next project might be to change that to the monster seats out there.
Due to zoning, I think, in Essex.
Oh, is that right?
Just kidding. It's
oh.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard.
believed you.
It's kind of hard to make it that they can stay up that high all year long.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that is a project for sure. Everything's been a miracle to this point, though, with Little Fenway and Little Wrigley. And, you know, I see it on TV. I saw it on TV and pictures before I came here 3 or 4 years ago and strike. And TV actually, in many ways, doesn't do it justice.
No, it doesn't.
You got to see it in person.
Yeah, you really do. You really do.
And French hits the foul pole.
It's the fist pole. And
Carlton Fisk waved at fear. It's 4-1.
Big
Boston
first
Beef.
run for Don French.
Was it Don French or Dan? I beg your pardon.
Dan French.
It is
Thank
Dan
you, John.
French,
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
Here's Ryan Fleming, the third baseman. Big home run, hit the foul pole. That is big. Nobody, you start to wonder if you can, even this early in the ball game, the Crusaders are the number 1 seed. Ryan Fleming takes it down low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. So we've already seen 4 home runs in the championship game. And we're in the last half of the first inning. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and two. Strike 3 called, and that takes care of the Crusaders in the last of the first. And the Crusaders do get a 2-out homer by Dan French off the foul pole here at Little Fenway. The pitcher, we played 1 in the championship game. Boston beat 4. Crusaders 1. Bobby DiMatteo will lead it off for Boston Beef in the second inning. Swings and misses. Strike 1, 0-1. Zach Page will follow. And a fly ball. Oh, a diving catch by the right fielder in right center field, Brendan Cruz. Boy, I'll tell you, I want to say we've seen some glove work, but bare hands defensively in this tournament. 1 down. Zach Page, the hitter.
Brings up Zach Page, the second baseman.
Second baseman, Zach Page. 1 ball, 1 strike. The third baseman over to first. Safe, not in time, as making the play was Ryan Plumbing, but too late to get Zach Page. Here's Matt Deegan.
I believe that was a foul ball.
Oh, it was off his foot. Okay.
Yeah. With the extra umpire, the third base umpire made the call.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. I thought initially it did go off his foot, but didn't say anything because I didn't see anybody call anything. So Zach Page back at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Little bloop to the second baseman, and he overplayed it just a little bit. Might have gotten the sun in his eyes to Toma. And on at first is Zach Page. Here's Matt Deegan.
Runner at first with 1 out. Brings up Matt Deegan.
Strike at the knees, 0-1. Strike 2, 0-2. Swing and a miss. A quick work of Deegan. 2 outs. On Katz, the center fielder.
Brings up John Katz.
Nothing in 1. 2. French is dealing. Ground ball to short. And the flip to second, and that takes care of Boston Beef in the second inning. As making the play was Michael Michaud. And we go to the last of the second. Boston Beef 4 and the Crusaders 1. Brendan Cruz will lead it off, the right fielder for the Crusaders in the last of the second. Against Billy Doyle. And he rips it, and a leaping catch.
Nice grab out there in left field.
Pat Koziak.
John Katz going up and taking a hit away from Brendan Cruz. Brendan Cruz making his own web jam out in right field last inning.
1 down. This is Mike Michaud.
Michael Michaud, the batter, the shortstop.
He's the shortstop, Michael Michaud. One ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to third to one knee. The throw across not in time as Trying to make the play there was Mike McGuire.
Beats that out for an infield base hit.
So with one out, a runner at first, Michio.
Of the second inning.
Tyler Barnes, the left fielder, comes up.
Brings up Tyler Barnes, the left fielder.
Ball one ball, no strikes. That's strike called. 1-1.
For the strike, 1-1 now. One out, runner at first.
And it's popped up, and Doyle will make the play toward the third base line. There were 2 down.
For out number 2. Stephen Hamill, the center fielder.
Here's Stephen Hamill, the center fielder. 2 down, runner at first for the Crusaders. Last of the second, 4-1 Boston Beef. This is the championship game at Little Fenway. So we're going to miss. Misses upstairs for ball 2-1. Fouled at home plate.
It's off a tough pitch, stay alive.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that takes care of the Crusaders in the second. We've played 2 in the championship game. Boston Beef has a 4-1 lead.
Once again, thank yous, Jack. Championship game here, Championship Sunday. Excuse me.
Here we go on top of the third inning.
And they do get the out there.
Outstanding defense by the Crusaders.
I think that was Koziak, right?
Koziak
Yeah,
at the bat.
5-3.
Down.
Let it off in the top half of the third inning, and he was retired by the third baseman, Fleming, Ryan Fleming, and this is Sam Page.
Here with 1 down.
One down, nobody on. 1-1. Playing the top half of the third inning.
Good news, I had to spread out here, Jack. They money town to several people around in the media. $500,000. That's just astounding.
It is astounding. $502,000. 2-2 the count. It's 502,150 actually to be exact. Slow roller down the third base line. Flipped to first, try to make the tag, couldn't do it.
Tried to make the tag by dropping the ball on his head.
Hustled down the line by Sam Page. Billy Doyle, the pitcher.
Here's Billy Doyle. And Page and McGuire hit home runs. Hamilton has hit a home run. French has hit a home run, the pitcher for the Crusaders. Billy Doyle up with a man down and runners at first and second. Two-0 pitch. Ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes. Three and 1. Pete McEwen on deck.
Strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 down here. Runners at first and second.
That's ripped and leak on the safe there.
Runner on second did tag and go to third.
I said, Lee, I beg your pardon. That was one of the early right fielders, Cruz, on the play. But the runner did tag at second to go to third. It was Cruz in right field. He's made a couple of great plays. Brendan Cruz. There were 2 down.
Both teams in this ball game. Pete McEwen, the batter.
Here's McEwen. Was leaked the last game? I think so.
Yeah. Runners can't lead.
No.
In this, it's you can only leave the bag when the ball goes across the plate. The advantage to the runner is on that is that you try to beat the ball is hit so hard, so quick sometimes. A play like that, you're staying on the base
anyway,
and you shouldn't be doubled off.
There's strike 2 call. 2-2.
4 strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Count runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at first and third, 2 down for Boston Beef in the top of the third. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that retires the side. And we go to the last of the third. It's Boston Beef 4, and the Crusaders 1. Koziak's in left. The right fielder is Page for Boston Beef, and the center fielder is Katz. So when they come over and tell us that the lineup's the same, they didn't exactly.
Well, the batting order's
the batting order's the same, but.
Don't worry about that kind of stuff, Jack.
No, I'm not
They're all gonna,
not gonna worry. It's $502,000.
Bingo. That's a big number right at the top. It's
that's
like,
right.
Oh my gosh.
Here's a ground ball and in the hole and beating it out. No play. It's Dan Rowan.
Leadoff base hit for the Crusaders here in the bottom.
Dan Rowan, the extra hitter. So the Crusaders get the lead man on in the last of the third. Here's Ron Fleming.
And Doyle had the best shot at a play there, but it got by him. Then they knew they were in trouble. Rowan with good speed.
There's the one-handed swing.
Ron Fleming, assistant football coach at CVU, longtime assistant coach, also the wrestling coach at CVU, father of Ryan and Connor. Very popular teacher at Champlain Valley Union High School as well.
Used to be called the Crusaders.
Hence the name. There it is.
I find it interesting. The side of the
now, Jack, if you broadcast a CVU game, how many times do you call them the Crusaders?
For some reason, I even though that's what I find it easier to remember what the CVU is now than I do with Rice.
Right,
Rice is the one that I haven't.
Yeah, I call them the men's soccer, the boys soccer games that I do for them for MAC.
Strike 3 called.
I end up saying it once or twice, and the coaches like it. TJ Meade, the coach. And they last year, it turns out, when they won the state championship, they found a clip of me saying the Crusaders. They put it in there and used it for their highlight film at the banquet.
Don't get me going on the what?
Oh, no. The Rutland Raiders.
Yeah. Well, it is the Rutland Raiders. They've taken out the. It's funny, the logo.
They didn't have to change the logo though, because RR.
Well, the logo was Rutland Raiders, and the logo is a what do you call it?
Like an arrowhead. Right?
Arrowhead, yeah.
Like the Kansas City Chiefs, yeah.
Yeah. But 1 ball, 2 strikes. But interesting. This team is called the Crusaders, and
it's in honor of that, the old nickname.
Yep, I know.
J.J. Strasser, right in front of us, the captain.
Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first
Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is Anthony DeToma, the second baseman for the Crusaders. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Do you know that the boys were actually the men's lacrosse coach at Castle, and there's a ground ball down the first base line.
Get the out. Nice play. Could have rolled foul, but got the out, Hamilton.
Hamilton does make the play. Runner moves to second, and they're
boys lacrosse coach at Rutland.
The men's lacrosse coach at Castleton is Ron McDougall. He's also an assistant. He had a great career at St. Lawrence. Evan Michaud was up the first baseman. I played football and lacrosse at St. Lawrence, and he's a Hartford native, and he does a great job with lacrosse, and he's an assistant coach at Castleton, as I mentioned. Pitched to Michaud, was ripped foul. He said that it was actually there were some people that wanted to change. There was
trying to get something going here in the home half of the third.
Let's say, some support to change the nickname of the Hartford Hurricanes because of Hurricane Irene, if you could believe that.
Ooh.
That is really stretching it. 2-2.
Now that area was damaged pretty good. I know your area as well.
And a misplay by the second baseman. A run scores, and it's now 4-2. Boston Beef. Actually, the right fielder, I believe that was Sam Page that
went through his hands.
Couldn't come up with it. French, who hit a home run, the pitcher is out third to first, and that retires the side. But the Crusaders pick up a run that's 4-2 after 3 innings of play. Boston Beef has the lead.
Offensive too. It's not offensive to people. I know the big clamor, and rightfully so, in the Washington Redskins right now.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah.
I mean, one way or the other, you might disagree, but I can, whether you disagree with it or not, I can understand the argument.
Here in the top of the fourth for the Beach.
Swing and a miss.
And you know something too is any team that has changed their logo or nickname, if they want to say it's going to cost us a lot of money, it doesn't. They end up making more money
with the extra
selling new merchandise.
Jeff Hamilton is
sports
the
leadoff
hitter for Boston Beef here, the first baseman, and takes strike 3. There's one down. 4-2 ball game. Boston Beef with a lead. One down for Boston Beef in the top of the fourth, and here's Andrew Sullivan.
Brings up Andrew Sullivan.
We're going to miss. Strike 1, 0-1.
So French, after the rocky first inning, settled down, Jack. It's not just 3 singles since the first.
And a line drive to right.
And once again,
what a nice job out there. Cruz, Brendan Cruz making the catch. There were 2 down.
Twice Sullivan is two screamers to right field, but Cruz has been right there.
Here's the catcher, DiMatteo.
Brings up the catcher, Bobby DiMatteo.
Zach Page waits on deck.
DiMatteo wearing that red clay from both Little Wrigley and Little Fenway.
Yeah. He's wearing shorts, but you would swear he's wearing long pants.
His shorts match the Crusaders' jerseys.
And there's a fly ball to center, and it's put away by Stephen Hamill, and that retires the side. We go to the last half of the fourth inning. Boston Beef 4, Crusaders 2. Crusaders coming up here in the last of the fourth. Boston Beef scored 4 in the first. Crusaders scored 1 in the first and 1 in the third, trying to chip away here. All 1 ball, no strikes.
Fleming leads things off for the Crusaders here in the bottom of the fourth.
This is Ryan Fleming. Doyle's delivery, swing and a miss way out in front is Fleming. And he hits this one deep to left center, and it's gone. And here come the Crusaders chipping away. It's 4-3 Boston Beef.
Second home run of the day for the Crusaders, and they're coming back. Weathered that 4-spot big inning in the first.
Brendan Cruz, who's done a nice job in right field, is up. He takes a strike, 0-1.
Brendan Cruz, the right fielder.
Strike 2, 0-2. So it's 4-3 Boston Beef. At one time, Boston Beef led 4-0. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Gets him swinging.
Quick
Round
work
number
of
1.
Cruz. One down, and
Brings up the shortstop,
Michael Michaud, shortstop, comes to the plate. Strike. Nothing in 1. One ball, one strike. And that's ripped and a diving catch out there by Pat Koziak.
Out there by Jeff Hamilton to Rob.
And there are 2 down.
2 outs now. Tyler Barnes, the batter.
Tyler Barnes, the left fielder.
Barnes was a heck of an athlete. I believe football and lacrosse at CVU before heading off to prep school. He was one of the top players, football players. I think he was a quarterback that really turned the corner when they went 3rd or 4th year in Division II for Jim Provost.
It was after it on 3-0. It's 3-1. Scoreboard says 1 out. I believe there's 2. Yeah, I meant the scoreboard out there. Our scoreboard's correct. Our scoreboard here is correct. There's ball forward. Stephen Hamill. Checks the swing, the center fielder.
Hamill, the center fielder.
1 ball, no strikes. Here's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first and 2 down for the Crusaders here in the last half of the 4th inning. It's 4-3 Boston Beef. Ground ball hit to first, and Hamilton makes the play.
To retire the side.
So the home run
After 4 complete, it's
in the 4th inning here by Ryan Fleming. And we've played 4 in the championship game. Boston Beef 4, Crusaders 3.
So picket fence going up there along the bottom row for the Crusaders.
Going to the top of the 5th. Our scoreboard, of course, is correct on our screen here. When I was talking about the scoreboard, I meant the scoreboard here in the ballpark. But
top of the 5th inning,
balls and strikes.
Page leads things off for the Boston Beef.
Zach Page floats across the knees for a strike, 1-1.
Guys are in there for strike 1.
A little bit high for a ball, 2-1. Dan French wanted that one. Deep to left, gone.
Knuckleball,
Over
didn't
everything.
knuckle.
A solo home run here at the top of the 5th.
Another home run for Boston Beef, and Boston Beef now takes a 5-3 lead on the home run over everything by Zach Page in the top of the 5th, leading it off here in this inning.
4 homers, as you mentioned, 4 different players. Page, Zach Page's brother Sam, as well as McGuire and Jeff Hamilton.
Right fielder.
Hamilton was the 2-run shot. It's really made the difference.
And Deegan is the hitter. 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes. Playing the top half of the 5th inning. 5-3 Boston Beef. Hit to left, and that gets the fence and left. Played out there by the left fielder. Quickly threw it in. Tyler Barnes, and Deegan on with a long single to left. Here's John Katz, the center fielder. Strike 1, 0-1. Steers for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Way out in front for strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's a base hit, and the
John Katz.
runner moves up to second. On at first is Deegan. John Katz is the batter. First and second, nobody out. Boston Beef looking to get some insurance here. Got Koziak at the top of the order. Now looking at one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes as he takes a strike on the outside corner. Dan French misses for ball 2, 2-2. Ground ball, it is a foul ball outside of third.
Third baseman Fleming wanted to keep that one fair because he had his 1 foot on the bag as he picked up the ball. Would have been an easy out on the lead runner, easy first out of the inning.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
1 down now with runners at first and second. Brings up Sam Page.
Sam Page, who has a home run, comes to the plate. And he lines it into the corner foul. Now looking at 1. Run in for Boston Beef here in the top of the 5th. Runners at first and second with 1 down. And the championship game here at Little Fenway. Mounts foul outside of third, 0-2.
Ryan Fleming was the third baseman for the state championship team for CVU a year ago. Their first state championship of the back-to-backs.
There was some championship game this year.
Oh.
What was it, 12 innings? Something
Yeah,
like
it's 12 innings. And the thing was, Jack, for those of us who stayed for both the Division III championship.
We're going to miss for strike 3.
First game between Randolph and BFA Fairfax was a 7-inning game, a tightly played game, 1-run game, a lot of action. So it kind of drained you after that one. Then you had a 12-inning game after that.
Mike McGuire takes a ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
Ended about 12:30. First
1-1. Runners at first and second, 2 down.
Summer vacation ended the next day.
We're going to miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to McGuire. Two and 2. Hit deep and foul.
Those are tough ones. You hit it right on the nose, Jack. Right.
The sun is really tough on these outfielders right now.
As Ken Harrelson would say, right size, wrong shape.
Yeah. You get it right on the right part of the bat and the ball. It goes foul.
Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a dribbler picked up by the pitcher, Dan French. Little fun here at Little Fenway. That retires the side. And Boston Beef picks up a run. We go to the last of the 5th. Boston Beef 5 and the Crusaders 3. Crusaders coming up here now in the last half of the 5th inning.
Dan Rowan is leading things off here for the Crusaders in the home.
And Rowan, the extra hitter. Tries to hold up, can't do it. Strike 1.
Single
That's
ball
a
for
strike.
Billy Doyle in there for the call strike. 1-1.
It's no balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3, and there's 1 down. On Fleming, the batter now.
All right, 1 out. The catcher, Ron Fleming, the batter.
So we're going to miss for a strike, 0-1. 5-3 Boston Beef, and the Crusaders batting here in the last half of the fifth inning with nobody on and one down. One strike pitch. Strike two called, 0-2 to Ron Fleming. Doyle, the left-hander. Overhand delivery. Strike three, and there are two down.
Strike to retire the side. For the second out, second out.
Anthony DeToma, the second baseman, top of the order, steps up for the Crusaders.
Anthony DeToma, the batter, second baseman.
Into the corner and right, base hit.
Good hustle down the line by Anthony.
Evan Michaud now steps up. First baseman.
Brings up the first baseman, Evan Michaud.
Takes a strike, 0-1. And French is on deck. 0-1 pitch. Strike two call, 0-2. Doyle is dealing. Strike three called, and I do believe he struck out the side. We've played 5 of the championship game. Boston Beef 5 and the Crusaders 3. Billy Doyle, the pitcher, will lead it off for Boston Beef in the top half of the sixth inning. 5-3 Boston Beef in the championship game. Boston Beef won the championship in 2009. Ground ball into right field for a base hit. Here now is Pete McEwen, the shortstop.
Brings up Pete McEwen, shortstop.
So they go 1, 2, 3. The Crusaders.
He struck out the side, but there was one runner.
Okay, thank you, Jack.
1 ball, 1 strike. It floats inside for ball 2, 2-1.
So Doyle now 8 strikeouts, Jack.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Eight strikeouts and 2 hits.
Strike 3.
Dan French gets him swinging for out number 1.
So McEwen strikes out. Here's Jeff Hamilton.
Hamilton, the left fielder, stands in.
That's 6 strikeouts for French.
And misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Doyle at first, and there is 1 down. And this is hit in the air to left field and in a couple of steps to make the catch. Tyler Barnes, 2 down.
For out number 2. Brings up Andrew Sullivan.
Here's Andrew Sullivan now. It's a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. A runner at first and 2 down for Boston Beef in the top of the 6th. Foul back, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at first base here in the top of the 6th.
Ground ball foul outside of first. 2-2. Ball 3, 3-2. Ground ball to first, and unable to make the play is the first baseman, Evan Michaud, and everybody's safe. Runners at first and second with 2 down for Boston Beef.
Brings up the catcher, Bobby DiMatteo.
Score that an error on the first baseman, but Bobby
DiMatteo.
Fleming got that one on the hand on the backswing. But he's a wrestling coach.
And there's a fly ball to right and making the play to retire the side is Brendan Cruz. And that takes care of Boston Beef.
5-3 after 5.5.
In the 6th inning, we go to the last of the 6th. Boston Beef 5, the Crusaders 3. Last of the 6th, up come the Crusaders. I was going to ask you, Bose. Oh, we'll wait till Crusaders trailing 5-3. Billy Doyle getting set. Third. Ball 1. Dan French, the pitcher, leads off for the Crusaders. He's had a home run in this ball game. And he rips it on a line to the left fielder, Koziak. One down.
Sinking liner by Tyler, by John Katz. Great catch out there.
Ryan Fleming is up. He's had a home run in this ball game. Up there with nobody on, one down. Takes a strike, 0-1. And we were talking about Ron Fleming, the CVU wrestling coach. What do wrestling coaches do in this state? Mount Anthony's won like 80 years in a row.
They try to beat Mount Anthony. That's what they do.
1-1 the count. So we're going to miss.
That's one of those state championships where you just have a lot of depth sometimes.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I know.
Not
necessarily the
track and field.
Yeah,
nothing
exactly.
against Essex, but when you've got twice as many people as the next team, you're going to score more points.
It's not about first. Yeah. It's about
right.
And actually, I mean, wrestling's a little different because you certainly have to have the. I mean, you got to fill all the weight classes.
Yes, you do.
I mean, you can't have any forfeits. And strike 3, and they're 2 down.
For the second out.
9 strikeouts now for Doyle.
Here's Brendan Cruz now, the right fielder. Deep to left. Whoa. See ya.
The Crusaders answer back here in the bottom of the 6th.
He's had a great game in the field, and he connects there. Another home run. And it's now Boston Beef 5, the Crusaders 4.
Like I mentioned, Jack, the Crusaders are going to need more. They need a crooked number themselves out there. The picket fence looks nice.
Not this game up. It's 5-4 now. Michael Michaud, the batter.
Michael Michaud, the shortstop up. Hauls it back, strike 1, 0-1. Playing the last half of the 6th, so a run in, the home run, single runs in the 1st, 3rd, 4th, and here in the 6th. Michaud way out in front, strike 2.
He was thinking home run right when the ball left the hand. Fortunately, the ball bounced. Oh,
strike 3, and
10
retires the
strikeouts.
side.
10 strikeouts for Doyle.
Billy Doyle
gets
the final out of the inning. We played 6 in the championship game, going to the top of the 7th. Boston Beef 5 and the Crusaders 4. So here comes Boston Beef in the 7th.
Zach Page starts things for the Beef in the top of the 7th.
Zach Page, the second baseman, has a home run in this game as he leads it off.
So the Beef looking to run the table in the tournament. Won all 3 division games.
2-1 the count. Well, they would like to get some insurance. They have a skinny 1-run lead. Off the pitcher, and Page is safe.
Zach Page is in there with a leadoff base hit.
There's Matt Deegan, the right fielder.
Brings up the right fielder, Matt Deegan.
And this is hit deep to center, but right there is the center fielder to put it away. The center fielder, Stephen Hamill, thought off the bat it might have had enough legs to get into the bleachers in center, but a long out, one down.
John Katz, for the number 11 hitter in their lineup, has been a top hitter throughout this tournament, Jack. Got on the end of the bat on that one. Oh,
and
carries.
he hit it deep to left off the fence, just over the leap of Tyler Barnes, just a little bit too high for him, and everybody's safe. Runners at first and second.
Barnes played that as well as you could.
Dan French starts him off with a strike on the outside corner.
Strike to Pat Koziak. Swing and a miss. Pitch down and in. That was Katz that got the single off the wall and left.
His second hit and 3 trips.
Koziak gets a piece of it. Strike 2.
Yeah, fouled off his foot.
Elegant 2.
Fouled off his foot. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second.
2-strike pitch away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second with 1 out for Boston Beef for the top of the 7th. Boston Beef with a 5-4 lead. Little dribbler, third base side, and no
you
play.
You got to eat that one. You got to eat that one. You don't want to runner on second going to third. You don't want to fire it away. Maybe you have 2 more runs score.
1 out for the Beef, Sam Page.
Sam Page up. He's had a home run in this game. He's up with the bases loaded. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. He blasts one here, and they've opened the game up. There's a ground ball to short. To the plate, and it hit the throw hit the runner, though. Are they going to call him safe or out?
Time. They're going to talk about it. I don't think the plate umpire really had a good look at it from behind the play.
Yeah, he hit the runner. He's out. Big play. 2 down. Base is still loaded.
And the Beef has a legitimate beef. They thought he slid through it.
Ball hit the runner. Bases remain loaded now with 2 outs.
The 5 unassisted with the throw from the as Alistair Ingram called it the other day. They called it Indian rubber, throwing the ball at a. He said it's more of a kickball.
I remember when I was doing this the first year, and
yeah.
I said, well, you can't do. I didn't know that you could do
we
that.
called it plunking it then, right?
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mike McGuire is up. So big play in this ball game. Ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. Mike McGuire also has a home run. He rips it to center, and
almost.
Everybody's safe.
Runner
and
coming home.
Here's another one coming in. 2 runs, 2 big insurance runs. Runners at first and second. McGuire ripping it to center, and it's 7-4 Boston Beef. 2 big insurance runs with 2 outs. Here's Billy Doyle, the pitcher. And a line drive right to the first baseman, Evan Michaud, to retire the side. So we go to the last of the 7th as Boston Beef has a 7-4 lead.
7-4 lead. 2 huge runs. And last call here for the Crusaders. And it's been the crooked numbers for the Beef that have been the difference. The 4 in the first and 2 more in the 7th after the Crusaders have made it a one-run game.
Crusaders up, and that's Barnes to third, and the throw to first in time for the out. Nice play there by the third baseman, Mike McGuire. 1 down quickly.
Center fielder Stephen Hamill stands in for
Stephen Hamill, the center fielder, takes a strike, 0-1. 1 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Well, Doyle is a tough pitcher to pick up, that left-handed delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and they're 2 down. And Boston Beef is 1 out away from a championship. It's first since 2009. It's third in the history of the tournament.
First 3-time winner. That's strikeout number 11 for Billy Doyle.
This is Dan Rowan. 2 outs, nobody on. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Those 2 insurance runs, Boston Beef making it a little bit easier, leading at 7-4. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Full count now.
Billy Doyle 3-2 pitch. Strike 3, and Boston Beef is the first three-time champion.
And for the first time, third time overall, first time since 2009, first time in 4 years, the Beef with the championship here in the tournament. And Jack Healy, it's been tremendous having you aboard here on Championship Sunday for all the games. Thank you very much. I know you got to head south. Stick with us here in the PAC Network. We'll have the awards ceremony, and we'll have a couple of interviews as well.
This was a very, very good
Boston Beef, third-time champion, first time since in 4 years. And congratulations to Art Page, Billy Doyle, and the rest of the Beef. Billy Doyle finished the game with 12 strikeouts, the winning pitcher. He also went 2 for 4, scored a big run. Jack Healy, thanks very much. Have a great trip back to Rutland, and stick with us here in the PAC Network for the Boston Beef the champions, and the post-game show for both teams.
Welcome back. I'm now going to turn the mic over to Pat O'Connor to start the closing ceremonies.
Thank you very much, Sue. It's been a wonderful weekend, and I'd like to congratulate the Crusaders who've made a tremendous run through the playoffs to get to the final round. And to our new champions, 3-time champions, the first team to ever win 3 Travis Roy Foundation Wiffleball tournaments, the Boston Beef. Congratulations. So if each of the Boston Beef members could come up and receive their trophy and shirt, we'll do that next. All right. Okay, the next thing I'd like to do is make an announcement we make every year during this tournament. We have what we call the Little Fenway Hall of Fame, and each year we induct one new member to the Hall of Fame. And the purpose of it is to recognize an individual who best exemplifies the spirit and the success of Little Fenway and Little Wrigley through their volunteer efforts. And this year we have an outstanding candidate to nominate into the Little Fenway Hall of Fame. But first I'd like to let you know who the current members of the Hall of Fame, and if they could come down here also at this time, that would be great. Bill Livingstone is behind the mic right now. Brian Stevens, Steve Cormier, Marge Oppo, Mario Fontana, Larry Rieger, Ted Yates, Mike LaMotta, Tanya Carpenter, Kurt Carpenter, Jane Kennedy O'Neill, and Ron Rose. And now the new inductee into the Little Fenway Hall of Fame, the 2013 winner, someone who's just done a tremendous job here for many, many years, Judy Galdi. And now one other individual award I'd like to give out, and this is the Tournament Most Valuable Player. There were many, many most valuable players. Sorry, Carney. But this individual led their team through the regular season games, the regular 3 games, and then the playoffs and into the championship game. And this year's winner is from the Crusaders, Dan French.
That's great. There we go. So I've said enough, but the love, it's incredible. It's a blessing to be out here all weekend and to share with y'all, to raise the kind of money we did. We got to do a little bit of magic here with TV because we've got a show putting something together for us. But to raise over $500,000 is unbelievable. $500,000 is going to provide so much hope for those of us in wheelchairs and also those that just need a little bit of help. So have a great weekend. If you could just help pick up some chairs, some bats, whatever you got, it would be a big help to the committee. So safe travels home.
Disconnecting the power cord and leaving the power cord in. Power cord down. Everything else off. Wow, this is crazy.
Stand back right about here. Hold that. Put the hands on his face. Nice trophy, huh? Bruce Bowl. I'm here with tournament MVP Dan French, the Crusaders. Big step. Really had much success the previous few tournaments, but you guys got on a pretty good roll this week, and you ran into tournament veterans out there.
Yep. Yeah, those definitely, the Boston Beef, they're definitely a team to beat for sure every year, you know. We played them last year, and we played them in the morning, and we got them, and this year they returned the favor in the championship for sure.
And how's it feel? I know you're a little disappointed by not winning, but it's still a great. You know, obviously the cause is great, but you know, you can't really be disappointed with your performance on the field.
Yeah, no, you can never be disappointed when you're playing in a tournament like this. You know, it's all for charity, and it's a really good cause. And regardless if we win or not, this is more for Travis and everyone else that really needs it. So I just come out here and try to play and have a great time with my buddies, and do the best I can out there, you know.
Well, congratulations, and
Thank you.
you guys will be back and be forced to reckon with down the
Absolutely.
line. I'll get J.J. Strasser to come over here.
All right.
Pass off the. Thanks a lot, Dan.
Yep, thanks.
Dan French, the tournament MVP, the losing pitcher in the championship game, but the Crusaders had run the table to get here. And now we'll have the captain of the Crusaders, J.J. Strasser. J.J. right in the cameras right here. And, it's hard. You got to be a little disappointed by coming up empty. How many shots do you get it like this? But then again, after editing the program and reading your team bio, it's been a long, hard way to get here from some young kids. And you've had minor successes, but today this has to be a big success for you.
Yeah, the whole weekend was awesome. It's been a long. This is our 6th year in the tournament, and obviously this is the first year we made the playoffs. But I guess if you're gonna make it 1 year, you might as well make it as the 1 seed and make it all the way to the finals. And unfortunately today we came up a little short, but we're getting better every year. So,
and the creative fundraising gets better and better every year. Now this is probably kind of the carrot in front of the horse.
Yeah, this is
how close you can come to winning the tournament.
Yeah, we got here. I came Friday. Some of us came Friday, but we all got here Saturday, and we're looking at the program for this year, and we're all looking, and we said, we got to put something next to our name. We got to have they have the honor roll next to their name and all the teams, and we wanted to put something on ours, and we went ahead and almost shocked everybody and won, but it would have been almost like the Jackhammers would in the first year they won. They came out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
So.
But the other thing too, how proud do you feel about being part of a tournament in the 6 years that you've been here to 150, 200,000, your first year involved, and now $500,000.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to explain. I mean, throughout the fundraising process, I kept watching everything online, and it just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And I was talking to a couple people and said, we're gonna hit 400,000 before we ever throw a pitch. And I don't know if that happened, but we came pretty darn close to hitting our goal for the whole weekend before anything even started, which is just.
I think
unbelievable.
I believe there were 9 teams that reached their goal before the tournament started, their individual goals, and tournament as a whole. They put on the real time 400,000, which we thought was a little low, but just the way the accounting purposes go, as you know, with the checks and cash that come in here, and I think that was reached before the tournament started. As you're right, it's almost gravy.
I was talking to people before the championship game, and I said, nobody expected us to be here. We were 3-0. We were so happy just to make the playoffs that anything that happened after that was, house money. Whatever happened in this game was just gravy on top. So it's unbelievable. We look forward to next year. We're hoping, make one more deep run next year. So
off season starts tomorrow. Thanks
exactly.
very much.
We'll practice at 8 a.m.
There you go. JJ Strasser, thanks for. Hey, the Sports Center clip too. How about that?
Yeah,
it's Crusaders worldwide now.
Yeah, it's that, and even in that the championship game, there were some really, really great defensive plays in that, but everything kind of got overshadowed by Connor's amazing play. So unfortunately, he wasn't here today, but we was here in spirit. And we'll let him know how we did. So.
Great. Thanks very much.
No
JJ.
problem. Thank you.
We'll see you around, I'm sure.
We'll
be
here
next
year
before that.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
JJ Strasser, the captain of the Crusaders, kind of the founder of the Crusaders. And we're going to have Bill Doyle coming up, the winning pitcher today. One of 2 undefeated teams in the tournament, sponsorific, with my daughter playing on it. Just 3-0, just throwing that out there.
Sure.
Anyway, Bill Doyle, we've been here before, and you guys are proud members of this tournament right from the get-go. And 12 strikeouts in the championship game. And I think on the big thing I thought on the scoreboard is you never had a crooked number up there.
Yeah, that's big. I think all the homers were solo shots. That's always very important, just to sort of it's Little Fenway. People are going to put numbers on the board. You just got to keep them, 1, 2, maybe 3. But yeah, we were lucky to sort of avoid the big inning.
And at one point, you guys were the Crusaders in this tournament. Younger guys,
Yep.
way back when it started, younger guys, having fun, happy to be here looks.
Exactly.
Raise a little money, which is a lot that you thought was a lot. Did you see that look in their eyes?
Definitely. I mean, you can just see how much fun they're having.
Yeah.
They're flying around out there. They had a bunch of great plays in the field. I think the first play of the game, the second baseman made a great diving play. The right fielder robbed us a couple times, me included. So yeah, I definitely saw sort of that youthful exuberance. And I'm 30 now, been here 12 years, or almost 30 at least. We're definitely a little tired.
All right. Now, you guys heading back tonight, or are you celebrating downtown?
We're heading back
All right,
tonight. We
good
went
enough.
downtown last night.
Oh, no. There's a shocker. But good. Thanks very much. Congratulations,
Thank
Bill.
you,
I'm
thank
sure
you.
we'll
Great
see you
to be
around
here.
down the lines. Someday I'll
Absolutely.
make it down to one of your Boston fundraisers. and have
They're a
some
lot of
with you.
fun. They're
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we'll send the invite.
Okay, good enough. Thanks,
All right,
Billy.
Take care.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Yep. And now we'll have our Page, the captain of the team. Excuse me, Eric. All right, I know it's obviously you feel good to wear the colored T-shirt again.
Yeah.
And your picture in front of the rock once again. It's been a long time, 4 years for you, but you've tasted it 3 times. But most importantly, you're a big part of the Travis Roy Foundation and its whole $500,000.
Wow, isn't that great? $500,000 from multiple sources, from everywhere in the country, mostly from Vermont, New England, but from everywhere, and something to build on, something to celebrate. Just fantastic.
And I mentioned this to Billy too. At one point, you guys were the Crusaders out there.
Yeah.
Either younger guys hungry to have fun, but also you play to win when you get out there. And what did you see in a team like that? Did you see the beef? 7 years ago, 10 years ago in the team that you played today?
Well, the Crusaders is a little story between the Beef and the Crusaders. I think the Crusaders, it was their 3rd tournament last year, and they beat us.
5th tournament, yeah.
5th tournament,
Yeah.
but I don't think they'd won many games.
No.
And they beat us in the qualifying round.
Okay.
And they almost knocked us out of the championship round last year. We had to get in ping pong balls. So to play them again this year, we were afraid of them. Frenchie is a fantastic pitcher, great athlete, and it was fun to compete with him.
And the Sports Center hero was at Mud Bog today instead of here.
Yeah.
So that had to be a little bit of edge defensively. I mean, and how about, not to pat anybody here at the PAC Network on the back, but just having the technology to make the Travis Roy Foundation tournament, worldwide and on national television last night.
We got emails from people who were saying, we saw you, and say we're watching tonight. So it's been a real gas. It's just been terrific.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Art. Have a great trip back. Are you heading back to Boston? Or are you heading
We're actually headed down to southern Vermont.
Okay.
And I just want to also, on behalf of my team, just want to thank everybody who gave us money and assure them that it's going to the best cause in the world. So thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Art. Really
Okay.
appreciate it. Catch you down at Fenway someday.
Great.
Art Page, the captain of the Boston Beef and one of the founding members of this tournament. It's been a great tournament, but Art really summed it up best. It's not just the play on the field that we're here for. It's the great cause, and it's a tremendous cause. And those of us here at the PAC Network would really also like to thank everybody who had a part of this. It's an all-volunteer staff. Nobody makes a dime from this. All-volunteer staff. The money, 100% of your donation goes right to the foundation, goes right to the cause regarding spinal cord injuries. And really, to get $500,000 is a lot of thanks, and everybody involved in the tournament and myself with the steering committee would really like to thank you. So from Pat O'Connor's backyard here at Little Fenway in Essex, Vermont, thanks for joining us in the PAC Network. The 2013 Travis Roy Foundation Wiffleball Tournament is in the books, and Boston Beef is your champion.
3-2 pitch. Strike 3, and Boston Beef is the first 3-time champion.
And for the first time, 3rd time overall, first time since 2009, first time in 4 years, the Beef with the championship here in the tournament.